up. Well, I'm going to share my screen and we will go right in. All right, so now have you used any music generation apps yet?
The music generation apps, no, because I don't really have an interest for them. So my thing is right now is using tools that are effective for what I'm doing.
So what are you doing?
Basically, I'm a life strategist and I help people to create strategies around their life mindset and business. And those are the tools that I need. You know, the creation tools, while they're creative for my creatives, they like, you know, the music and the art. I only use the art really as inspiration and to like, I created a journal, so I used it for that. And just to kind of relax my mind.
Okay.
And I've just never really taken an interest in it because I don't, like I said, it's just not effective for what I need. I created a lot of documents and content, social media, not so much social media posts, but courses and things like that. So that's what I need.
Courses, okay. So courses is the big one for sure. So I will say, since you help people with strategy in their life, and ChatGPT and AI, large language models, is key for that, like the strategy piece, right? What I would say from like the music standpoint, because I think we have do you have clients? Do you like coach people as well?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So what I found with because it seems like we have similar clientele. What I found that helps a lot with coaching clients with the music thing is marketing, right? So that is people who are solopreneurs, because that's usually like my target audience, or entrepreneurs and high achievers. So a high achiever is somebody who just wants to know how to do the best they can.
Yes, and that's what I work with. I'm moving from the other realm to God has moved me into that realm because of who I am. So I'm like, if you're not working from an elevated space, I can't work with you at this point.
Yeah, it's like it's okay for you, but I'm just trying to help people who want it, right? Like
who want to advance.
Yeah, who want to advance. So that's my target audience, is the people who have a business, or if you don't have a business, you just want to learn as much as you can and do as well as you can. So in that, the music comes in great. It's great for creators, of course, but what people like don't think about is the marketing and the social media, because everything is about, it's like, I would say business is 80% marketing.
It is
20% everything else. Because I don't care how good of a coach you are. I don't care how good. I see we got Orlando. I don't care how good of a producer you are. I don't care how good of a radio person you are.
Jeff, you're singing to the choir, because that's where a lot of us have been let down with the marketing. You know, I'm a professional coach. When I say professional, I have the training, I have the hours, I put in the time, 12 years of putting in the time. I'm a board certified coach, you know, with the credentials. But as far as the marketing, I was doing stuff locally, so that's different. And moving into this digital space, I have to learn how to market myself effectively for the digital space. And we weren't taught that. Even some of the old marketing that we were taught as coaches, you know, that does not transfer over well to people.
Correct. It's like it may be obsolete now, right? So it's like a whole new world from a digital standpoint. So where the music comes in handy, and Orlando could speak to this in a second, is you can create now stories, because everything's about storytelling. Everything's about storytelling. So if you create stories through music, now you have someone's attention. All you need, Billy, is somebody's attention, because you already have the skills. So if you already have the skills, I just need your attention, and now I can go ahead and give you what I got. But if I don't have your attention, it doesn't matter how trained I am, because you'll never see me. You'll never hear me. I'll never enter your universe. So that's why the music's so important. And Suno AI and Udio AI are the two free music apps that you can use to play around to kind of get that. Last week, if you are to look at the Mastermind, you'll be able to see we get a deep dive on Suno. But this week I want to show off Udio because it is stronger. And usually I don't do two of the same type of thing back to back, because there's so much to teach. Udio really is very, very, very powerful. I'm gonna stop there for a second. Welcome, Orlando. How are you doing today? You might be on another call. I don't know.
Hey, how are you, brother?
Doing well. Good to see you.
Let me tune you out on this other one. I'm trying to get it turned off.
Okay, yeah, because we have feedback.
Now you don't.
Now we don't.
How are you?
Now we don't.
Good to see you. Good to see you. So we have Billy on the line, and then we have Orlando. Billy is a leadership coach and life strategist. So did I get that right?
Yeah, life strategy. Yeah.
Leadership. And then Orlando, why don't you introduce yourself?
Orlando Hughes, KRSP Network Incorporated, here out of Philadelphia. The only mobile media sports radio network dedicated to HBCU sports. Hair is not going to grow back. They just gave me the news, brother. I heard you, Billy, talking before I was dealing with the audio part. They never did tell us how to market ourselves. And Jeff, your thing, I literally use Suno to, like, forget the elevator pitch. I just played it. Like, this is what I'm talking about. And they were like, wow. Like, well, how much did you pay those brothers to rap that phrase for me? I'm like, this is a possibility.
Outstanding. Like outstanding. So already you use the Suno for the
I'm using them both.
marketing piece.
I'm using them both.
Yeah. So I want to ask you about Udio. Like, because I saw that you had used it last week as well. So what was your experience with Udio versus Suno? And then we'll kind of jump into the different platforms. Like, what were your thoughts between the two?
Well, listen, Suno is like an HBCU band compared to the other one. I mean, to be honest, that's what it is. Like, I'm amazed by how it can. What was the one I used? I utilized it the other day, and it said conscious rap, right? Mm-hmm. Political. And it came out with this most deaf type lyric, and I was amazed by it. Now the script that I put in there, it didn't fit that, but just the delivery style was exactly what I was looking for. So I'm even utilizing, Suno and allowing it to make the lyrics for me. Okay. So the one that I posted in the school form, I put that back in Suno, and it came up with a better catchphrase.
Okay, as opposed to making your own lyrics. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a good thing too.
It actually came up with a better phrase. And I did well, not a good thing, but this was a sad occasion. I asked it to write a spoken word thought on someone's obituary, and it did it for me.
So you said you asked it to create. So it created on somebody's obituary. It created a song, basically, like a spoken
just a spoken word poem. At the end of the obituaries.
Okay, that's innovative.
And I was just like, whoa,
very interesting. Okay, very good. All right, it looks like Udio is down right now. So UDIO, that is the platform for Udio. And Suno is up. You can look at, like, you're level 3 now, Billy, so you'll be able to look at the replay and kind of catch that for the Suno tutorial. Now let's jump into. I want to show some new stuff off this week as well. So has anybody used the new Meta AI large language model? Have y'all seen this? Have y'all used it? Y'all know about it?
I heard about it, but I didn't want to touch this until I spoke with you.
Okay.
I can't get addicted and lose days. I told you, you're responsible for days, brother.
So I will say with this one, because there are thousands of AI tools. You don't need to know all of them, but I like to point out the ones that are useful for our target, because I feel like all three of us have the same type of target audience, same type of demographic is what we're going for. Why Meta AI is something to look out for. I'm gonna show you here. First, it's free. So throw that in there, right? Always looking at the value. So if you can test it out for free. Not all of the AI models you can do that, but this one you can. There's multiple ways in which you can use it. So one way is by just meta.ai, and then you can sign in with Facebook, and then you can use it that way. Another way you can use it is through different processing platforms like Grok, GRQ. We'll talk about that second way in a second, because you need to know about Grok in general, right? The two things that this can do, you have your new conversation. That's just like asking Meta anything. And Meta AI is run on Llama 3. That's kind of important. So llama, like the animal 3, it's the third iteration of it, and it is about as strong as GPT 3.5, I will say. So it's an open source model. It's not GPT-4. It's not as strong as Claude. It's not as strong as Gemini 1.5. But it's free, and that's what they got for right now. This particular one. The thing that I think that is great for, though, is the images. So the thing of what they can do with the images is it starts to actually create the images while you type it, right? So let's just say a woman, and this is real time, I'm not doing anything with it. So a woman in a garden, and as you can see, it's changing the picture as I'm typing it right now. So a woman in the garden, and now you can change the race of it if you want. So you can say black woman in garden, because right now it has a Asian woman. And the large language models and the not large language models, the image generators, depending on the different ones you use, they have different weights put on the different races. Like some of them, like black people just don't look realistic, or the hair is a certain bias for the women, or like it's always a thing. So I like to test out with that for sure for all of them to kind of see. I think that this does African Americans pretty well. This one in ideogram did it pretty well. So I tested it out with their Dolly does a horrible job. That's ChatGPT. Oh, okay, I can see yours. Where'd you get that one from, Billy?
Meta.
Okay, so you got it from Meta. Okay, so
yeah, I type as you talk. I'm one of those. As you're teaching and training, I'm doing.
Oh, so you just did it as I did it right now. You were
Yes.
Okay, perfect, great. So I'll keep going with this. So black woman in a garden with in a car, right? So now it changed the whole thing, right? Put her in a car and whatnot. So you can change it, or you can say with a ponytail. You know, that's but it's bump. But you see how it does it, and then once you finish it, now it's going to give you 3 additional images to that, and then I'll tell you the next part that makes this interesting that the other things cannot do. So you have these 3 different images. So of the 3, I don't like that one that much. This actually probably is the best looking one, but I didn't say realistic one. I just said black woman, so I will put realistic in there. But we'll just pick that one, right? And now there's another feature where you can animate. So now you hit this animate feature and it's going to move.
Oh.
So now it moves it a little bit. This is like 2 seconds, right? The great thing about it is it's free. And if you keep on having these animations, this slight movements, now you can create a video. There are other programs that actually do this. Runway ML is one. I don't know if you're familiar with that. But Runway will move it, but you'll have more freedom. Like you can have different things moving on that. That is a paid plan though. A free one is Pika Labs. That's free where it will have it move. But this is all in one platform and it's super convenient. So you can download here with the download button. And then if you wanted to go back to just a still image, you can, and you can animate with that. So you have your history here on the side. Oh, this is a good one too. So this is what I made, because this is a much more realistic one. So now let's look at what I did I did a black man with afro and with glasses, and we got these images. That was a good one. All of them was good actually. So that's kind of how I tested it out, and I made it move with a smile, and everything looked good with it. Any questions on this piece? Nope.
No. So I worked on, actually the day that you and I first kind of linked up, I worked on a piece on chat. It created an image for a logo. Now, and I saw that to somebody and they liked it. But then they came back to me yesterday. They wanted to remove the logo off of it. I have copied the prompt instruction, but I am unable to get it to generate.
Okay.
So I'm an ideogram, and ideogram did not allow, it took the same prompt, but it's not giving me the backdrop was downtown Philadelphia, and chat was able to generate downtown Philadelphia without me editing.
Okay. Is this the van one that you was doing?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. Let me stop my share if I can. Let me.
I'm on my tablet, so I won't be able to share.
Oh, you won't be able to share. Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
I remember what you said, that one. So
and and how you told me to go back and and I can change and check the prompt, and I did that and I had success, but it gave me every image except for the one
that you were looking for.
Yeah.
So a couple of things. Okay, so I guess the first thing I would say is, are you able to? Because I think after a certain amount of time, you can't go and do what's called in painting inside of that previous image in DALL-E 3. So like once you create an image so let me get into ChatGPT. So then from Meta AI, we're going to go to DID now. So remember, the next thing on the list is DID. So just FYI, if we get off track, the next thing is DID. All right. So let's say you create. So if you create a picture, so a picture of the Philadelphia skyline and a van in New Jersey, something like that. And then also while we're talking about this, real quick, Billy, I don't know if you're sure if you know exactly how it works with the prompts, but in DALL-E and Idiot, when you create a prompt, what it does is like you say this part, but that's the real prompt. The real prompt is here, right? This big thing here. Yep, that's real. Okay, cool. All right, now and then also with DALL-E, now we have the in-painting feature where you can click on this thing right here, and now you can edit certain sections. So this is something that what you were talking about, right, Orlando? Something like this?
That's correct. Yep.
And then you had like it was like a logo on the van.
Yeah. I'm gonna share it with you real quickly.
Okay, then let me
hold on, I'm gonna share it with you. I'm just gonna put it into Prism. To the page we're talking about.
So with the in-painting, so now with this, let's say like this thing right here, we can highlight.
That was it there.
Where'd you put it?
I put it under
I just saw it pop up in Skull.
Yep.
Okay, since it's in school, okay. Got it. Okay, yeah, I see that. Okay, so now that so this essentially is an in-painting feature, and then from here you can do whatever, you can say whatever. So my question to you, Orlando, was can you go back to your original picture and then do the in-painting there? Is it still there able for you to do that there?
No, so I've even tried to download it, take it into Canva and tear it apart, and it's telling me that it's unable to see this file because it's not seeing this image.
But it's no longer in ChatGPT for you to edit it?
I'm trying to, but it's not doing anything.
Orlando.
I
have a question. Okay, you say you uploaded it into Canva. When you uploaded it into Canva, did you convert it into a PNG before? When you pulled it off of chat, did you convert it to a PNG, or did you convert it to a PNG after you put it in Canva and then put it back in there and see if it will pull from the image?
Let me look and tell you exactly.
Because if it's that web file, it's going to give you problems. If it's the web format.
You were right on point. It is a web file, and I need it. Boom, I got it. I got to convert it over.
Yeah, convert it and see if it'll be able to pick it up, then, you know, the magic grabber should be able to grab it and take it off or move it.
Okay. So
or
Bill,
erase it or whatever.
have you been, thank you for that call out. Have you seen this feature before in DALL-E, like the in-painting feature, like to be able to change it?
Yes, I'm actually intermediate. I'm intermediate learner now.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I
I'm
just want to make sure you got that
advanced,
one.
and I teach the courses. I teach beginner to intermediate, but my language when it comes to tech, you know,
yeah, no,
it's not always techy, but
yeah, it's just so many
yeah.
features that come out with all of these things. It's like you
I
can be
know,
but still miss it, right? Because this is like stuff that changes every day. So I just like to make
every day they have something new,
like
and that's part of the problem. There's the congruency. I think they're growing too fast, and they're trying to fulfill all these needs when they need to get the base core functions together, like these biases and other things that we have going on.
Right. So it's telling me it's a damaged or corrupted file. We cannot process damaged or corrupted files. Check if your file is damaged by opening with your PDF software.
So what I would say, Orlando, is the reason why I wanted to kind of do it myself here is just to show you, like, you could, if it's still available for you to do it inside ChatGPT, you can do it. But usually ChatGPT will like not let you touch certain, like, use data, advanced data analysis. For a few days, it'll say it's no longer available, and that it may be the same with this in-painting feature, right? So you may be able to download a picture, but you're not able
I got it right here.
I got
it. Hang on. So get that out of here. So I want to get that out.
Okay, so that's this one. So we have okay. And now we're going to, are you familiar? Okay, so we're going to go into DID, and that is how you actually make an avatar move. So Billy, are you familiar with that? Like actually having the lips move for an avatar. Have you seen that? Or
no, no, I haven't played with any of it. I was going to mess around with Hey Jim, but like I said, I just haven't had time.
It's definitely a lot. It is a lot. Okay, let me show you DID AI. So HeyGen is what I use to do the digital avatar. So any digital avatar you see where it says, hey, I'm a digital avatar of Dr. Jeff Bullock, which I strongly recommend that people put something on there because there's nothing that makes you do that. And as this stuff gets more and more advanced, we're not going to be able to tell who's a human, who's not a human. But this one right here, the DID, one second. Does not work on Safari. So you got to use. But it's a simple tool, and it will allow you to unlock your imagination as far as the possibilities of things to do. So here is an example. This is something that I made in January. I made something today. Was this on this one? Let me just play this. So this is
I'm Layla Bullock. I am 9 years old and in fourth grade. Hi.
Were y'all able to hear that? Were you able to hear that, Billy?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that's my daughter. My daughter's name is Layla, and she created this avatar, and then we were able to animate the mouth.
I'm Layla Bullock. I am 9 years old and in fourth grade.
So let's see how we did that, and then how we can, like, what the use case of that would be. This man should seem familiar. I just created him today in the meta. I showed you guys this one with the afro, realistic picture. So I called him Meta Afro. And now what they have is he's an agent. So you can ask him questions. So I told you I'm revamping my course. So I'm going to say, what is in the introductory course? Mini course.
The mini course introduces the concept of generative AI and large language models, LLMs, and how they are reshaping industries and enhancing personal productivity. It aims to provide practical skills to understand and apply AI for entrepreneurial and personal ambitions.
Okay, so I could have had any voice do that. Probably would have been better if I had to use a deeper voice, but the use and implications of that is you can upload your own picture, you can upload somebody else's picture, and this is a chatbot. So now you got a chatbot that's lip smooth and it's animated. And it took all of 5 minutes to get it done. The base knowledge, I used the picture from Meta AI. I just uploaded it right here where it says upload. And then once we did that, knowledge sources, I uploaded a PDF of what my course curriculum, because you do a lot of courses as well, Billy. I uploaded a curriculum of what my course was about. And then that was it. That was literally all I did. And then now you can type it in and now he can be able to speak on the course. So DID has lots of different use cases. The shorts from YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, explainer videos, explaining this, explaining that, whatever the case may be, that is essentially what it is best utilized for. I think I use the difference between this and HeyGen. I use HeyGen for my realistic avatar. It's a little less, it's easier to, HeyGen is more all-in-one packaging to use. So that's why you would kind of use the different ones in there. So a little bit on DID, like how to use it, and it's very, very easy to use. The cost, because we always want to talk about like how much the stuff costs, it is cheap per month. Is it in here in the pricing? So monthly, because I don't do the annually, it's $5.90 for 40 credits to kind of try it out. So $6 a month to kind of try it out. So it's definitely, I would say, worth a try if you have like a need to kind of get stuff out and you don't feel like being on camera. But being on camera, like if you don't have a problem being on camera and putting the camera up in your face, then that's free. But if you do, then $5 or $6 a month, 40 credits, you can do a lot of content out that way. So very, very, very helpful in that. Any questions on DID? Nope. Cool.
Okay, you said it's DIP as in Papa or
DID. DID is in dog. So D-ID.
Okay, I'm looking at it. Okay.
Yep. DID. So
yeah, it looks simple and straightforward. So that's my thing. If it's easy use. I'm like, I have a lot of stuff going in my head right now, Jeff. I don't have time to try to learn that. I'm
with you. That's why I like this. I'm trying to bring y'all the easiest, most value tools. This one's been around for a while. And it's, all of them get more upgrades and whatnot, but it's a very good tool. HeyGen is still my number one though, but it's more expensive. DID is $6 a month. HeyGen is minimum $30 a month. It was $60, but now it's minimum $30, and you get 15. Essentially, you get 15 minutes for $30 with HeyGen. Okay, so those are those particular apps. I wanted to also next take you guys into one of the use cases. So in the school.com community, I share use cases, tips and tricks. A lot of those use cases just come from a client. So if I have a use case that's like multiple people have talked about, like more than 3, then I put it in a school.com group because more likely other people are going to have those same use cases. One of the major ones lately has been business avatars, right? So Billy, you got a business, Orlando, you got a business. And when we talk about avatars, we use that word for a lot of different things. It can be the thing I just talked about, DID and HeyGen, but also avatar could just mean like, what is the representation? Like, what does your ideal client look like? And like, what is that pretend person? Who are you talking to? And if you have that picture in your head, it's a lot easier to create all of your other content because you're talking to a specific person, individual, and it tells you all the stuff that it encompasses. So we're going to do that real time right now so you guys can see what that looks like. Let's use yours, Orlando. Let's start with you. And you can kind of give me what your ideal client is, and then we're going to have ChatGPT turn that into an avatar, and then we'll see what that is.
All right, so ideal client. Hang on one second.
Sure.
All right. Ideal client, Reebok sneaker company.
One second, I'm going to turn off my custom instructions so that they do not get in the way here. And just real quick check, Orlando and Billy, are you guys familiar with what custom instructions are?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool. The ideal client for me would be the Reebok company.
In particular, the question sneaker.
Okay. Is that Allen Iverson's? That the,
Yep.
Answer?
Yep. That's what I'm going after.
Okay. I am Orlando from KRSB Radio. Do you have LinkedIn to grab your stuff? Is it gonna make me? Yeah.
What do you need from me?
I'm gonna have ChatGPT do it. 1 second. So you guys know about calling up GPT. So we're gonna call up. Oops. We're gonna call up Vox Script by hitting that @ symbol. So how you, if you're in a chat, you can call up another GPT by hitting the @ symbol. And I'm going to use Vox Script there. And Vox Script is more powerful GPT to kind of go deeper. I'm gonna say, please go online and find out everything about my company for context. What's your the website?
KRSBnetwork.org.
Network.org.
Yep.
Okay. Then once you have
go back, Jeff. Go back.
Sure.
KRSBradio.com.
KRSBradio.com.
Yeah, I just uploaded the new site as a test.
Okay. All right. So we did a few things in there. So we got Vox Script starting the action. So it's going online, doing a deep search. It's got KRSB radio. So now it knows everything about you. I didn't have to go to anywhere to get that. And now it should give you your avatar. So age is 18 to 35 years old. Got the interests, lifestyle, fashion preferences, behavioral traits.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now you have, this is like the start of it for the detailed avatar. So from here, now you can take it, I would copy it, paste it somewhere so that you kind of have that. You can even kind of have it expand it out even more. You can have it shut off Vox Script. So you just X out of there and you say, can you go into more detail for me about the avatar? So now it'll expand it out. And then, like I said, from there, you can, once you have this, what I would do is I would paste it for whenever I'm doing any kind of marketing campaign or anything that I would need. I just, here, this is my target avatar. Now let's create a campaign on this. Let's create that. Let's create a song, whatever, because you have all that stuff in there. Would you like to do one as well, Billy?
Jeff, can you go back up to the top? I just want to take a picture.
For you, Jeff.
Okay, 1 second, Billy. What'd you say, Orlando? You say go back up?
Yeah, I want to take a picture of that.
I'm gonna no.
Okay.
Come on. Let me send copy link, putting it into chat right now for you. And I just replied back to joeontheschool.com. There you go. There's your chat.
I appreciate it, brother.
Cool. All right. Now, Billy, what we got?
Okay, what was the question?
So the question is, we're trying to get a your avatar. So your
okay.
Yep. So what is your?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you who she is. Okay, her name is Susan.
Okay.
She's an entrepreneur with more than 12 years of business experience. She is an overachiever, highly focused, but she struggles with balancing, work-life balance and basically getting out here and marketing herself in the community. She produces products like books, courses. I'm trying to think what else they do. And some art, because she does have a craft business on the side.
Okay. So now,
yeah, and like I said, that's her biggest pain point is getting her things out into the marketplace. Because those are my clients.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do? Are you familiar with Otter AI? So you see that it says Jeff's Autopilot on here. I don't think we talked about before. Are
Yes.
You familiar with that? You know what it is? Okay. Good. So I'm going to grab what you said from Otter.
I used to use Otter.
What do you use now?
I'm not using anything because I was on a break for a while, so I'm coming back.
I wonder where is that? It's not showing me.
Yeah, I was teaching a group last year, Jeff, so for a year. So
okay.
Yeah, that was the focus.
I do not see it on here. One sec. Let me see. That's strange. It says that it's on here, but it's not pulling up. No worries. We're going in. Just do it the old-fashioned way. So now, when this Susan avatar, is this somebody that did you already put it into? Did you just do it right now on ChatGPT to get all that, or you already had it in your mind? You already had your avatar.
No, I've had that. That's been my avatar for 9 years.
9 years. So you're okay. Good.
We got to upgrade Susan. Susan getting an upgrade.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought that everything was recording, so you're gonna have to go again because I have to type everything. I thought.
Oh, okay. So, like I said, her name is Susan.
Yep.
She's been in business for 12 years. She's an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
She is a high achiever that tends to overcommit. Her biggest struggle right now is getting herself out into the market. She produces products like courses, trainings, and also she has a crafting business on the side.
You said getting product to the market, right?
Yeah. Getting them to the market. She has the ideas and everything, but it's just creating effective strategies to bring them to market.
Okay. She has a crafting business on the side, you said?
Yes, she does.
Okay.
Everybody I work with is a creative.
Okay. So this is 12 years, entrepreneur, high achiever, tends to overcommit, biggest struggle is a product, getting the product to the market, she is bringing the market.
And seeking work-life balance. She's seeking out how to balance all of her projects with just her busy life.
Yep.
Oh, and by the way, Susan is 45.
Okay. Does it matter if the kids are married or isn't that in there?
No, it doesn't matter about the okay. My avatar actually has a family. She does have a family.
Okay, she does have a family. All right, so this has been my avatar for my business for 9 years. I coach people. I'm gonna talk to it on creating strategies for their life and
for their life and mind. We focus on a lot on mindset.
The things that Susan needs.
Yeah,
period.
Susan, all stuff Susan needs.
Also, I help people create courses.
Well, I don't help them create courses, Jeff. What I do, I train coaches.
Okay. Well,
yeah, I do train coaches.
Well, okay. Well, they don't ask questions about the courses. We just go about train courses.
We be talking about life and how to get our mindset together so we can get out here and achieve and do. We overcoming some stuff.
Okay. All right. I train coaches. We're gonna put that. I train coaches. All right. Let's see what we get. Let's see if we get a more polished avatar.
Yeah. Because honestly, I need to upgrade my avatar. Because she's changed. She's changed some. She's changed a lot the last 2 years. The people I'm attracting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this exercise was really just to show, if you hadn't did it before, you already did 9 years ago, right? But it was just to show that avatar piece. I don't know if Orlando ever seen it before. For this one, since you already have an avatar, it's kind of showing you like how to help Susan in particular. So then the next prompt I would say is like, okay, it's been 9 years. So also these are the new things for, Susan, and that's the digital world, right? So like that's AI, because with us knowing how to use these tools, every single person, no matter what consulting or coaching that you do, you should be telling people the stuff that you learn in these groups from AI.
Well, right, I'm training them right now. We're having our 3rd class, so that's a struggle for them though. I think the biggest thing, Jeff, and honestly, Orlando, you all know this, is learning how to talk and interact with AI, effective prompting, because people are treating AI like Google search. That is not it.
Correct. Correct. It is not it. And it takes time. So like you're coaching one-on-one. So you see, I have been coaching one-on-one since specifically on how to use these AI tools since June of last year. And
I'm doing groups.
You're doing groups, yeah. So I do both. I do groups, I do individuals, and then I do businesses. And what I have learned is that from the individual standpoint, my strategies have changed on what will have them hold on to it. What does not work is 10,000 prompts or 1,000 prompts, or that does not work. And a lot of people give that stuff out, but that does not work. That is not actually, it's not actually like people don't take that. They don't think about that. There are some strategies that I feel like do work very well, and I'll give those to you right now. They're in the you probably saw them if you looked at the course. It's the 3 basic principles, which is number 1, how to think about ChatGPT, which is like a team of experts. That is the very important thing. Number 2 is like the 5 ways on how to prompt. So that's name your team, which most people forget. Even the advanced people forget to name their team because you're just moving so fast. But name your team is really, really important because it kind of like primes the AI to know what's getting ready to have to search from. The second piece is introduce yourself, specifically what your capabilities and limitations are. Number 3, what is the issue, right? What are we trying to solve for? Number 4, what's the goal? What does great look like? That's another big miss with people. They miss that because they think small. Not their fault. It's just that they didn't know. They never seen no computer be able to do this before because it's never been able to do this before. So they're trying to meet it where it is, but no. Just do what you want, and it's going to help you get there. And then the 5th thing is give it a strategy. So those 5 key steps have proven like to take hold in people's minds longer than other ways to teaching it. Because there's a million ways to coach how to prompt, but that has helped a lot beginners. And then the 3rd core lesson, which is maybe the most important one because it really deals with compliance, and it's talk to ChatGPT as opposed to typing. You saw how I talk to it. People, especially people who are apprehensive to technology, they're like, oh, it's going to be hard. Oh, I'm going to have to type a lot. Oh, it's going to... No, just talk like you're talking to me. So if you have a question for me, I always tell my clients, you can ask me. Like, I don't want to deter you from asking me. But have you asked ChatGPT yet? Like, because I promise you, it's going to give you a better response, most likely, if it's outside of this specific thing. If it's not this, or pharmacy, or trucking, or real estate, I don't know. Like, or coaching, I don't know. So those are things I would just, for you in Orlando, like to tell your people, like that right there has helped. Once I implemented that strategy, then at the end of my sessions, my clients like way more empowered to where they need me, because that's the goal. The goal is I don't want you to need me. I want you to do your 3 sessions or do your 8 sessions and then be like, I got this, and then tell all the people who see you moving crazy fast where you learn, and then you come back to it. So that's the thing. All right, that was a little sidebar.
Jeff, I had a question about the you talking to ChatGPT. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm better with prompting, with typing, because when I talk to GPT talks too much. He talk back.
That's how bad.
yeah. I know he got to talk back, but he telling me the whole, because my GPT, I'm gonna tell y'all, my AI is Randy. any AI you use, Alexa is Randy. It has a male voice, all of it, and they're Randy. Siri is now Randy. So Randy talks too much. Randy is thinking and thinking out loud. So is there a way to change the settings for that part of it? Because it's just like, why are you talking so much?
You can. So you can put it into your custom instructions, right? So if you go to your custom instructions and then you go to how would you like ChatGPT to respond, you can say more concise. However, I will do a strong warning. If you put that,
he is concise. That's the problem. He's very concise.
Well, you say he talks too much, right? So you want him to
but he's talking out like the whole thing, like telling me exactly like what he's doing.
Yeah, so you can tell it like, don't do that. Say, just tell me what I need to know. Just answer my question as quickly as you can without being verbose. If you say that, it will do that. It'll make it shorter. But this is the warning. Just be careful, because sometimes you do need a longer explanation for things and you won't know. So just know that's in there. That's the only thing I'll say. Just know it's in there, because you can take it out. Sometimes people put things in the custom instructions and then they forget that they put it in there. And now they think that this is just how ChatGPT is, or this is just how whatever the AI is. You've been using it for a long time, so probably not you, but just keep that in mind. Like a lot of clients put in custom instructions that constrict what they wanted to do early on. So that's just a warning for that. But for your use case, that is what this is for. So how you would like ChatGPT to respond, you will put it in there to the point.
Well, like, I'm going to add that for maybe when verbal for the
the verbal piece. So okay,
the voice.
So when you say verbal, because
when I'm talking to GPT, like I'm saying, when I'm talking to him, that's the issue. I don't have a problem when it's in text form, because I like the detail and everything, but sometimes he's just too long.
So when you say talking to you, do you mean using the conversation mode?
Yes, using conversation mode.
That's not what I mean when I say talk to it. So I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
So that is one way to talk to it, but that is not the preferred method to talk to it. The preferred method to talk to it is using the dictation capabilities on your device. So whether it be, if it's a Mac, it's hitting control twice and then speaking to it. If it's your phone, there's a little microphone that you need to speak to.
Microphone.
So that is what I mean.
Okay, I got you, Jeff. I'm tracking now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't mean, because you're right. It takes too long with the conversation. It's a nice tool. It's nifty, but it's not as practical because it takes forever to go back and forth. But if you use this, you move faster. So I'm glad that we were able to clear that. That's
great.
Okay. All right. Let's move forward. So the next thing that I wanted to, any other questions on the avatar piece on the
No, we're good.
Okay. All right. So yeah, one more thing that we can go over. And that was 1 second. Let me just check my notes. Yes, it was GPT store. Okay. So GPT store. Orlando, have you used any GPTs from the GPT store? Like Explore GPTs here. Do you know what that is?
I'm always in there.
You're always in there. Okay.
Yeah, I get lost searching, and some of them are flat out garbage, to be honest.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm always exploring.
Okay. So you are, and then Billy, you've explored as well the GPT store?
Oh yeah, I have too many GPTs.
You have too many.
I take them out. Just like Orlando said, some of them are garbage, and then
most
I
of them are garbage. So. You say some, but most of the GPTs are garbage. The GPT, in my opinion, now this is my opinion. My opinion, there's two, like the two types of GPTs that are most often used are the ones that you create yourself because you created them for a specific use case. So that's going to be like the number one, is like what you make yourself. And then the second is GPTs that are connected to companies that have proprietary information that you can't get elsewhere, or they have powers that you can't use elsewhere. So let me explain what I mean by that. So an example, one of my favorite ones is Consensus. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Consensus GPT. It is the number one research assistant. Okay, so now a lot of my clients are, I say, high achievers. So they're like doctors and lawyers and inventors and things like that. So a lot of people in general, like when I do groups and stuff, are worried about where the data is coming from or what the sources are or like where you're getting stuff. So consensus is really, really good for that because it always cites its sources and it gets them from papers, academic papers. So that's really good depending on your clients because if like, you know, people like white papers, as far as you can easily confirm that it's actual information that you got. So we'll just use a example. We'll say, hello, could you please tell me what is the latest and greatest in pharmacy, health, and AI? So now it's going out. So we got AI and drug discovery and development. And then at the end of it, without even me asking, it was a very simple prompt, right? I didn't do the 5 things that I taught you about. Tells you exactly where they got it from, what the paper was, robotics. So you can click on the link and they take you right to it and then you can go. So Consensus, very, very, very good app for people who, especially if they're worried about like where the stuff is coming from. You may be talking, but I can't hear you. Are you talking to us, Billy? No? Okay, cool. All right, so that's that. Any questions on that one, anybody? Next.
No.
Next one I will say is, well, Vox Script is a big one for me. So Orlando, are you familiar with Vox Script?
Yes.
Okay. And then Billy, are you familiar with Vox Script? Okay.
No.
Okay. So what Vox Script is I guess the best way to think about it is a super powered search, right? So ChatGPT comes with Browse with Bing. And Browse with Bing will go online and it will search anything that is not under a paywall. But what Vox Script does, it's claim to fame, and let me actually type it in. VOX is Vox. One second. Here we go. VOX SCRIPT. The Vox Script. And you can tell it's got 100,000 chats. That's another good thing too to kind of look out for if you're like trying to do chats and stuff. Like how many chats did other people use, right? So it's number 5 in education, and number 1 thing is great for is YouTube. So, and I will show you. I made an actual video on this on YouTube myself on how to find stuff. But if you go to YouTube, because YouTube University is a real thing, so let's just say. We'll take the Model 3 performance for Tesla. So that's not a long video. You want to get one that's a little bit longer. Okay, earn your leisure, 7 minutes short.
So Samsung, yep.
Samsung overtakes Apple, right? Like I don't got 7 minutes. I don't want to look at that. So I'll just grab the URL, copy, go back to ChatGPT and say, please give me the summary of this video in detail. And then I'll paste, and then I'll get that video summary. But then I'll take the next step, and this is where I feel like this is really strong, is once you have the data, once the thing is inside ChatGPT, now you can do anything with it, right? So it'll give us the detail of it, and then based off of what the different topics were, then you can ask more questions and go on and so forth. It's kind of strange. It was only a 7-minute video. It should be done by now. It might time out. Okay, no.
Hey, Jeff, my apologies. I did look it up this morning because you had posted it over in school. So I was able to pull it up because I always start with these GPTs when I don't know anything about them. I'm not doing all that reading. I'll just ask them what do they do and what do they do and what do they do best.
That's right. And so, very good. Very good.
Yeah, so when I put in about the videos, I did have a question in reference to, is it able to pull unlisted videos? And it told me that it can't pull them indirectly, that just like what you just did, I have to give it the URL.
Yep.
And that would have made my work so much easier when I was having chat evaluate my courses for me, the two that I just did, because I had to take the audio from Zoom and have it transcribed, you know, and then put it into.
So let me tell you this the other tip too. So YouTube transcribes everything, right? So because YouTube transcribes everything, let's say that the link doesn't work, because there's a couple times where ChatGPT be, you know, tripping. So let's say it was an issue and you can't actually get the link. If you go over to any of the videos and then it says show the transcript, second thing, just copy the transcript. You copy the transcript in its entirety and you paste it in there and you'll be able to get it. So that's what I actually did first before I started typing the link. Both work. So that's just another call out as well. And this is actually one of my strongest use cases for ChatGPT in general, because YouTube, like I said, YouTube University is a real thing. All of it, like, it's like so much of what you need is on YouTube. So if you can find somebody who is talking about it and they have an hour video, then you don't have to look at it. You just grab the link or grab the transcript, put it in there and say, ChatGPT, give me the sections of what they talked about. And then you get the different sections and then you just see based off that, like, what do you know, what don't you know? And if it's something that you want to go deeper, you copy ChatGPT, give me more about this. Now it's just you and ChatGPT. It's no longer having to rely on the information from necessarily that YouTuber. Now you can, they're like the first source of information, but now you get it from them and now you can use it from anywhere else. So very, very strong use case. I use that particular, the Vox Script one, I would say multiple times a week, because one of the things I do is if I see a YouTube video, it might not even be about AI, but I like how they might have did something, or I like how their cadence. I'll take it and say, okay, how can I tailor this to my target audience and do it for AI? And then boom, it gives me everything I need to do. And it's like, okay, great. And then now what my script going to be, or whatever the case may be, and I'll be able to use it. So Vox Script, very, very strong use case. Those Consensus and Vox Script, those two are ones that I wanted to highlight today. But another strong one, I like the diagram one, especially since you can pull up a chat, you can pull up a GPT within a chat, right? So let's say that you talked to Billy earlier, I think in the group, about charts and graphs and stuff. So this is a GPT that I use for matrices and charts and graphs and roadmaps, because a lot of my clients, I like to create roadmaps for them after we finish our discussion. Then I'll take the transcript from Autopilot, I'll throw it into ChatGPT, and then I'll say, give me the outline, like give me what we talked about. And then the next thing is, now give me the roadmap and a diagram. So now it does the roadmap and diagram, and I send out the notes, and then I send out the roadmap. So it's just using this as your co-pilot.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah, it's good for creating mind maps. Yeah.
So when I look at that diagrams and data,
yep.
You know, in my world, a spotter board.
Spotter board.
Right. So when we call a game, we actually have a board, like with everyone's name, but it's being pulled from a school's athletic department website on the players. So, you know, and it has all of the information there, but I have it on, I should show you one. I don't have one near me to show you real quickly. I don't want to waste your time, but it's basically, I hold a card and it's there, but it has every name, position, all of this. I know there's a way that I can pull that information. Let's say we're calling, and this will piss my daughter off because I know she can hear me. I'm looking at Howard's football team. Pull all that information off of their website and put it into a board.
I would try. I don't know like exactly how. It depends on how much information is on there.
Right.
But you should be able to grab it and use this. Let me see how this mind map looked.
Hang on, I'm going to find one real quick and show it to you. All right, let's look at Tony.
This is a pretty decent one. For an example wise.
Of course, when you want to pull up something.
Billy, have you used any of the diagram GPTs?
I was using the diagrams and data research. I've tried that, and then there was that whimsical diagrams, but I didn't care for that too much.
Okay. Yeah, I use the whimsical one. It's hit and miss. This one is the first time I've used this particular one.
And what's the name of that one?
This one is diagrams and data, research, analyze, visualize.
Yeah, okay.
And it did what it needed to do. But I also didn't. I only did that just so I can be able to pull it up later. Because because when you call a GPT, you have to have used it first, right? So if you use it one time, all right. So you know that, great.
I just uploaded one real quick, Jeff, up into school.
Okay. You said you uploaded.
My husband had connected to the car, and like I lost you guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Bluetooth. All right, let me. You said in school, and then this is this. Okay, so this is a lot of information on here. So
I don't even need that extra information, but like just like the names, like one of the big pain in the ass for what we do is this right here. Like this could literally take.
Yeah.
Like I don't even look at all that extra information. Like this is what others, but this is literally this year's Final Four, all the teams. So this is how we call a game.
Mm-hmm.
And all that extra data on the side, you don't even need that because you can have your tablet. The arenas feed you that information, so you always have something to say. But the names and the pronunciations, I'm wondering. I know there's a way to pull that, like with Chat and all, and Gemini and all these.
And you say to pull it, like what would you want from this?
To like pull a name. Like say we're doing a school tomorrow. You're up in Lehigh Valley. I was up there Saturday. Lehigh is playing Howard. I should be able to go to Lehigh's website and pull that stuff up from there for their basketball team, and it populates.
You should go to Lehigh's website and then pull up this
the players on
Lehigh's website, and this populate.
Right.
So what part would you want ChatGPT to do?
Just to put the names of the players. You put them in numerical order.
These names of the players.
Christian Newton, Stephen Castle.
Yeah, I mean, you could, if you copy this, like this is just, it's text. So as far as if you copy all this text and then you put in ChatGPT, you'll be able to get, like, do you need this one too? Like this has names on it?
No, I don't need all of that.
So it's just the first one.
Yeah.
This is the only one that has the names. So I would probably convert it from a PDF file, or you could probably upload the PDF file and ask the questions. I think Claude would probably be stronger than ChatGPT. Do I have it? Let me download.
I agree, Jeff.
Yeah, because Claude is stronger with with his vision.
Yes.
So I would say Claude probably, and it's better at like the needle in a haystack test. So like it actually reads the whole thing. ChatGPT doesn't do that. What ChatGPT does is it reads the beginning, and then it skims the middle, and then it reads the end. So in order for it to read the whole thing, you have to have a specific prompt to make it do it. Which, I mean, you could do, but when Claude came out, I was like, okay, I'm not worry about that. Just use Claude.
Got it.
So
yes,
you're gonna make me get on Claude today. So I'm.
You have to. You must.
At least the free version, like because like I said, it's a free version. A free version does a lot of stuff. So
it does.
All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and see.
And it'll also let you know
take out the names, or let you know who the names of the people who are playing in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Orlando. Claude will also let you know on the free, and even I think on the free when you're running out of conversation, it'll let you know when you're getting to the end.
You got one. You got two.
Wow.
Yes, it's awesome. It's amazing.
So now
how much is the paid version?
Look at this, Orlando. Is this what you needed?
Yeah.
Okay.
But hell, if I can put that into
Claude. All I did was ask the names. That's what you just said. All I did was just ask and pull it out.
Wow.
And then you can
I can run with that one.
All right, cool. All right, well, y'all, it is 1:08. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all being here for this session today. It was fun. I will upload this for the recap replay or whatever to the site. And I appreciate the participation. Please, thank you so much for participating in the group, and continue. We are in this new AI revolution, and I'm excited to traverse it with you guys.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Next time.
Nice to meet you, Billy.